Have you ever wondered, how do you cut something at a distance level? You got this pole over here, you got this pole maybe 30 feet away, maybe 15 feet away. You don't have a level that goes all the way across there. What do? You get a laser level? They cost some money. I can show you how to do that very inexpensively. You got to stay tuned. Thanks everyone for tuning in. My name is Jeff, Arizona Hot Homestead. I want to show you something that I did is really inexpensive on how to get something level when they're 16 feet apart. I'm building a room, and I'll put a link to some of the videos over here. But basically I'm building a room, and the inside of the room is 16 by 32. And so we needed to make sure that we were level from one side to the other on the 16-foot span. So when we were cutting some walls on this side, so when we were doing so, we used a water level. And on the water level, we were able to get the level between the two. We were able to cut the boards. And I'll show you in this video, towards the end of the video, of actually where we cut the boards and why that water level was so important. But first in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of show you a condensed version. I'm going to just show the tube right next to each other. It's very simple. All you need is a clear tube. And you're going to see in this video, the tube is not really clear. It's kind of brown. It's because I've been using it for a few years, and I've laid it out in the sun, and the sun has changed the color of the tubing. So just kind of pretend it's clear, and but you can see the water in there, and I'll kind of show you that. And then I've also got a little diagram I did up that I'll put on the screen as well. Yeah, watch that, and then at the end I'll show you some pictures of the wall and us cutting the 2x4s for the wall height, and then you can kind of see how important it was to get level on that 16-foot span. So water level now. So on this water level, I'm using this table here with some clamps, because I can't hold it with my hands and the camera at the same time. So basically all you do is, you can see how the water level is level between the two. So what happens is on the tubes, you take one end of a tube and you go to whatever marking that you want, and you take the other end of the tube and you hold it there. And when you hold it, you got to let the water stop moving. See how it's not moving right now? And that's what you want. And then you know you're at a level. So it doesn't matter how long this tube is, it's always going to do this. Now one interesting thing is, when you go to use a tube like this, is when one person, so now watch how the water level goes. One person raises it up high, see how the water goes up and squirts out the top? Well, that's the fun part in trying to set this, because one person will raise their tube higher than the other, go up the ladder faster basically, and then the guy who's on the bottom end will have the water squirting out the top. So it's actually a little game we played. So you both have to bring your tubes down at the same time, keep the water levels the same. But this works on a distance. So we did it at a 16-foot distance, and our level was perfect. So that's the benefit of a water tube as a level. And let me tell you, it sure did come in handy. So that is a very inexpensive way to get something level on a large span, like 16 feet, 32 feet, 50 feet, whatever, without having to spend the money and go down to the store and get yourself a laser level. All you got to do is just use a tube and put some water in. I'll give you a hint though. On the tube, it's very, very, very important that the water that's in that tube has no air bubbles. You gotta bleed all the air bubbles out of the tube in order for it to work. So that's a secret tip there. Don't just pour the water in and say it's good to go when you got a bubble way down here. That's not going to work. You're not going to get exactly level. You got to get all the air bubbles out, and then you know for a fact it will work every time, right on the money. Just don't lose the water in your level as you're trying to walk up the ladder or do whatever. That was kind of fun trying to... Anyhow. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Saved you some money on leveling something from at a distance, at a span. Just the cost of the tube is all you need. However long of a tube you need. You can use any clear tube you want to use. My name is Jeff and you've been watching Arizona Hot Homestead. See ya, bye, have fun.